What's good, YouTube? Swiftly here, back with another NBA 2K25 video, and in today's video I have another episode of Rare Builds for you guys. In today's episode we're actually going to be making another build in the point four family. Today's video we're making a two-way stretch point four. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. So obviously we're going to be making this build at the power forward position because you can't get a point four without making a power forward. Height, I went 6'7". I left the weight at default with 240, and then the wingspan I went up to 7'1" on the wingspan. Obviously you could tweak these things to your liking as you choose. This is just what I went with on my physical profile. And then for the attributes, I went with a 60 on the close shot, I went 67 on the driving layup, 55 on the driving dunk, 46 on the standing dunk, because we are going to get those standing dunk animations. And then finally I went 57 on the post control. Now looking at this, obviously, you know, no real finishing badges besides float game, but this is a stretch build. This is a point four build, and more importantly, this is a two-way build. So your focus is going to be on stretching the floor, playing defense, and distributing the ball, dribbling the ball. It's not going to be on finishing. Now you do have a 67 layup, you do have a little bronze float game, so if you play on real player percentage or whatever, you can get some, you know, bullshit layups off. If you want to use your cap breakers, you can throw your cap breaker. You could throw 3 points into that bitch and get a nice little 70, you know, ball layup. That'll unlock physical finisher because we are going to have strength on this build. It'll also unlock aerial wizard as well too, if that's what you want to do. Personally, I'm not wasting my cap breakers on a 60 attribute rating, but if you feel like, oh well, I want to be able to go down in the paint and stuff, you can do that if that's what you want to do. I probably wouldn't recommend you do that, but it is a possibility. You know, I just feel like in a build like this, based on the name, that isn't really our primary focus too much. Like I said, you do have a decent enough layup that with layup timing off, you can finish down low, but it's not going to be anything amazing. 55 driving dunk, you'll be able to dunk on like fast breaks and whatnot, but you're not going to be dunk metering on people, contact dunking anybody or anything like that. And I wouldn't expect that out of a two-way stretch build. So, you know, it is what it is. Moving on, we have our shooting. We have a 68 midi, which is really mid, I'm not going to lie. And then we have a 78 three ball, which is, you know, dead eye, silver set shot specialist, shifty shooter. We're not going to have any limitless range or mini marksman, but, you know, that's fine. We do have silver set shot specialist, and then when you throw your +1 into there, you know, you're looking at gold set shot specialist. If you know, have your hot spots and all of those things, you know, if you decide to buy shooting boost, which I'm against and I don't buy shooting boost, probably would shoot better, but I keep all my VC for my builds. But if you take in consideration shooting boost, hot spots, and then your +1 for gold set shot specialist, this 78 three ball is more like an 85 three ball in my opinion. You know, you're not going to be trying to shoot contested shots. If you're smart and you're shooting wide open shots, you should be able to hit at a decent clip. And then also keep in mind that this build does go up to an 81 three ball. So if you do want to use your cap breaker points and throw that into your three ball to get a little bit better three, then you also can do that as a possibility. For the free throw, I went with just a 71. You know, if you are a rec player like me, you probably can go higher, but this is just what I could spare based on what I wanted to do with this build. Again, you could tweak these settings to your liking, your attributes or whatever. Moving on, we have our playmaking, which we do have a 91. Just for that silver bailout. I always try to reach that threshold of a 91, 92, 93-ish area just for those badges, but I really like bailout this year. I personally run gold bailout on my guard, but, you know, we are going to be probably like a secondary ball handler. We are a point four, and you do want to have like at least silver bailout. Bronze it's okay, but it's just a little too many errant passes. I like gold just because I feel like I don't really throw any bad passes. If I'm driving and kicking, I'm probably throwing a bad pass. If I drive and kick 10 times, I might throw a bad pass twice out of those 10 times, you know, in a rec game. You know, if I'm driving to the rim and then passing out of a dunk or a layup, I probably will throw a bad pass maybe 2 times out of 10 times. You know, so that's still an 80% success rate for just gold bailout. You know, so silver, not as good, but it's gonna be serviceable. It's much better than bronze, trust me. Bronze, I was constantly throwing passes at people's ankles and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, you definitely want at least minimum silver if you're gonna be trying to run ball. Ball handle, we're gonna go with an 81 on ball handle just because that's gonna get us that silver handles for days, and plus we need it for that 91 pass accuracy anyway. So we're getting the 2 for 1 pretty much, or 2 for 2 I should say, because we're getting bailout at 91 pass and we're getting silver handles for day at 81 ball handle. And then the speed with ball, we're going with an 80. Now ordinarily I would go with a 75, but I'm going with an 80 just because you're going to be guarding, you know, power forwards. Sometimes centers get put at the power forward if it's 2 centers, and the speed with ball is going to help you with beating them off the dribble. You know, you're going to be able to you're going to be quicker with the ball. You're going to be able to beat them off the dribble a little bit more. So that's the only reason why I went with 80 speed with ball. If this was, you know, any other build, I probably wouldn't go as high because you're not getting anything for that 80 speed with ball besides like, you know, dribble style animations, but I don't really care too much about that in my opinion. So normally I would just go with the 75 just for that silver lightning launch, but because we're at the power forward again, you're going to be playing much bigger players. Sometimes you're going to be getting matched up against centers if you're playing at solo rec. So boom, we're going with an 80 speed with ball. And then for our defense, we're going with a 70 on interior defense because we are going to be 6'7", so we're going to be a little undersized, but again, physicals will make up for that. And then also we do have a 70 interior defense, so we're not that bad. We're not going to be completely defenseless down low. Perimeter defense, we're going with an 89 on the perimeter. Then for the steal, we're going with an 85. That's going to get us gold interceptor and silver glove. And then for the block, we're actually going with an 84 on the block, which is going to give us that silver paint patroller. And we're also going to get that high flying denier badge. I believe on silver, I want to say, I think we were able to get that badge too. So silver paint patroller and silver high flying denier, if I'm not mistaken. And then for the rebounding, we are going with an 85 on the rebounding. And the O board will stay at 50. And then for our attributes, we're going physical attributes, we're going with 75 speed, 76 agility. Now normally I would be in favor of going higher on the agility, but again, like I said, you're going to be playing much bigger players. If this was a shooting guard or small forward, I would be telling you to just max out the agility and maybe go lower on the speed or the rebounding. But you know, I'm going with 76 just because we're going to be playing bigger and slower players. For the strength, we're going with a 91 on the strength. And then for the vertical, we're going with an 85 on the vertical, like that. So that 85 vertical, you see we're getting silver high flyer denier, silver pogo stick, bronze aerial wizard. We're also going to have silver paint patroller down there. So silver, all silver interior badges besides post lockdown. We won't have post lockdown, but everything else, we're looking at silver high flyer denier, silver paint patroller, silver pogo stick. We're looking at Hall of Fame off ball pest, which is nice. Silver Challenger, silver on-ball menace, silver pick dodger with Hall of Fame immovable enforcer, so people aren't going to just blow past you to the rim. They're going to get bumped, they're going to get stuck. And then keep in mind, you also have your +1, so you can use your +1 on any of these badges. Paint patroller, high flying denier, Hall of Fame interceptor, gold glove, gold challenger, on-ball menace, pick dodger, whatever your choosing is. Even if you decide, hey, maybe you want to go legend off-ball Diddy, you can go with the off-ball Diddy badge and be grabbing and touching and pulling on people when they try to cut backdoor and whatnot, you know, because people do like doing those backdoor cuts. But it's up to you, you know what I'm saying? And you can also use your +1 on your shooting badges as well too. Silver Deadeye, gold set shot specialist, silver shifty shooter. You know, it's really up to you. Or even like, you know, those gold inside badges, gold high flying denier, paint patroller, just to bolster your defense down low since you are 6'7" on my version of this build. You know, totally up to you. Shades of, we see Draymond Green. We see Utah legend Andre Kirilenko, aka AK-47, and Tari Eason from the Houston Rockets. And then, of course, you see our build name, a two-way stretch point 4. So there you have it. This is my two-way stretch point 4 build for NBA 2K25. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And, of course, more rare builds. I'm out, y'all. Peace.